Cool. So we have Nicole running for treasurer. So Nicole, whenever you're ready, Justin can start the timer and you can get on with your speech.
Okay, hi, I'm Nicole and I'm a third year economics and marketing student, and I'm running for treasurer because I have loved my experience as fundraising chair this year, and I'm eager to continue to be part of UFC in that capacity. I want to be able to regulate UFC funds and make sure that the club remains one that everyone can be a part of, as this position involves working closely with the fundraising chair, which was the position I held this year. It would allow me to assist them however they may need, making sure that the club stays financially stable. Overall, I believe I have the necessary qualifications and organizational skills to be able to do this job successfully. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole, for your response, or your speech, I mean. So Justin, if you can get started with the 2-minute timer, we will start taking questions. Alrighty, so we'll get started with a question from Gabby, who is the current treasurer / finance chair. Gabby could not make it today. She's at work, but I will be saying her question in her place. So here it is, and I'll put it in the chat once I finish it. So knowing your role is financially heavy, most of your officers won't know how to help you. How would you handle a situation if you needed help?
So going off of basically how I started as a fundraising chair, I also really didn't know how to do it. But whenever I had questions, Mercy was the fundraising chair before me, and she was always willing to help me, as well as the officer board. Everyone was super helpful. And if help was ever needed, I know that I could ask for it, and everyone would be open to it. So I know that Gabby as well would be open to helping me out, answering any questions I have. And I'll also make sure to ask those questions when I need to.
Great, thanks for your response, Nicole. And then I'll pass it on to Sherry for the Gen member and alumni questions.
Okay, question from an alumni. Let me find it really quick. Okay. How and why do you see the treasurer position as a next step for you? How does this position contribute to your growth as a leader?
I see, since I'm a business major and econ and marketing major, I see the position as treasurer as really, I feel like I could really do it well because all my classes are focused towards that aspect. And so I could really put basically what I've been studying to work here at UFC, and I want to be able to do a good job at that. So I'll definitely be putting in my all. Sorry, what was I need to read the second half of that question. 1 second. And also, as I think being the fundraising chair this year was maybe one of my first kind of leadership roles as well. And I could really see how throughout this year I've been more open to how I've grown in working in a team, how I've become more confident speaking up and giving my opinions. And so I think that continuing to be an officer on this board would help me grow in that aspect as well.
Okay. Second question is, how will you ensure financial transparency between the officer board and with the general members of UFC?
I think being transparent about where money goes is really important, especially since all members are paying their dues. It's important to know where their money is actually going. So to provide this transparency, I could provide maybe like bi-weekly reports during officer meetings, like really quick snippets or graphs or whatever about where the money is going. And also maybe even include it in the emails that are sent out to Gen members and alumni, just to make sure that everybody knows what's going on with the funds.
Okay, last question. As the current fundraising chair and understanding the collaboration needed between that position and the treasurer position, what are your plans to continue to foster that relationship in your new role as treasurer?
Definitely in my experience, fundraising and treasure has gone hand in hand in a lot of aspects. For example, when we did the sticker fundraiser, I needed Gabby's help to know how much money we were able to spend on it, how transactions would be done. Basically, I needed her help throughout the entire process. So it would be really important for me to have a good relationship with the fundraising chair to be able to collaborate on all fundraising ideas, and just be transparent about everything as well. So I think that's really important.
Thank you, Nicole. Fantastic responses.